Okay, episode 3. So it is revealed that Nynaeve was dragged by a Trolloc and taken by a Trolloc, but is still alive. Oh yeah, it shows the Trolloc dragging her by her braids. I think that's symbolic. I don't know. It just seems symbolic to me to have the Trolloc dragging you by your braids. It seems symbolic to me. She runs away and hides in the sacred bath, and then the Trolloc is like looking for her in the water, but then she's hiding in the water, and then she comes up and she kills the Trolloc. So she's a fighter too. Okay. Lan and Nynaeve. So then it flips forward to Nynaeve finding Lan and Moiraine. Yeah. So Lan and Nynaeve have a little fight, and it gets physical, and Lan knocks her out. I forgot about that. Lan knocks her out. I was like, damn, I forgot about this. Rand and Mat, so switching to them, they decide to head to Tar Valon. And then Perrin and Egwene light fire. Oh, yeah, I wrote light a fire and the wolves in books. Oh, yeah, okay. I know Rand, he will go where, oh, yeah, they're deciding where do we go? Like, what do we do? And they're like, we should go, or Egwene's like, we should go home. Like, we should just go back. And then Perrin's like, well, we should probably go to Tar Valon because Rand thinks that you're going there and he'll go where you're going. And I was like, dang, that's kind of sweet in a weird way. Okay. So now it's daylight. That was kind of nighttime, I think, at the last. Okay, daylight. Nynaeve is tied to a tree. So Lan tied her to a tree. Moiraine is struggling, so Nynaeve uses her wisdom powers of healing medicines and concoctions to help Moiraine. Okay, so we find out that the water feels what Aes Sedai feel. So Moiraine's in pain, Lan's in pain. Perrin, we skip to Perrin. Perrin has a nightmare. Log cabin with a thunderstorm. He's looking for Layla, and then he finds Layla being eaten by a wolf. And again, gross. Just gross. Okay? Just gross. Put this in the category with the bat nightmare and the white cloak eating the dead bird. So, yeah. And Perrin and Egwene then wake up and they are run because they're being chased by wolves. Okay. Skip to Mat and Rand. They're just wandering around in the beautiful landscapes, and they come to a city and there's dead people hanging outside of them. A dead person. We'll learn more about this person later. Okay, Mat and Rand are at a bar and they meet a gleeman named Tom. I swear, some of these scenes, it's like I'm watching them for the first time. Oh yeah, I wrote down some of his lyrics that he was singing. I actually thought this song was pretty good upon second watch. In dreams he heard them whisper, the truth, that is his pain. He caused the whole world's breaking, that tortured soul I met, in a prison of his making, the man who can't forget. I thought that was profound, and it's gonna mean something. Like, those words really mean something. I don't know exactly, but yeah. And then the gleeman steals Mat's wallet, I think just cause, honestly. Perrin and Egwene find tracks, like, of a wagon, and they decide, well, we'll follow them. Okay, and then Mat, there's a lot of Mat and Rand in this episode, I thought. And so they find the barmaid, or they're talking to the barmaid, and they need to stay at the inn. So the barmaid says, okay, you can work and stay at the inn. Mat is acting strange, and he's acting pouty, angry, and complaining. And you're kind of like, okay, I don't really want to be by you, Mat. Breen Spring, I think that's where they are. I wrote that down. And you can tell, like, they're kind of, it's funny because I think everybody they meet can tell who they are. And they're from the Two Rivers and everything. And they, like, you can just kind of tell. But, like, Mat, it says, like, Mat lies and I'm from Baerlon, which is another town. And it kind of shows, like, the barmaid being like, sure, yeah, sure. Yeah, sure, no, you're not. Okay, so Perrin and Egwene meet the Tinkers, and the greeting, Your welcome, so the Tinkers say, your welcome warms our spirit as the fires warm the flesh, but we do not know the song. It's so funny. It just is kind of a joke. So we meet, there's Arer, I think, is the young one, and then there's Isla and Rayan. So we meet them. Isla says, then we seek still as it was, so shall it be, if we but remember, seek and find. I don't know, I kind of like these lines of like, they're so like mysterious, and like, I think it's funny too, because anyone saying these lines, they could actually mean and have, you just don't know which ones. So some of these things, they could have deep, profound meaning, but then some of these things said so like mysteriously and everything, they could also have like no meaning at all. But it's just, we need to find out. So I think some of these lines are funny to write down, so I write them down. They're welcome to the group. And so the Tinkers are also known as the Tuatha'an, the traveling people. So they're known as many things. Tuatha'an, traveling people, Tinkers. Their fires are open to everyone. But it also says that they are known to steal your gold and your children. So so they have that reputation, I guess. But they're non-violent, but we haven't got to that yet. Okay, back to Rand and Mat. Rand is chopping wood for money at the barmaid with the barmaid place. Barmaid accuses Mat and Rand of being together, accuses them of being lovers. And then Rand is like, we're not together. Mat wants to go back by that hanging dead guy at the beginning of the town and steal this red ruby and take some of his things. He needs money. Okay, they need money. So then the Gleeman sees Mat trying to take the money from him, and then he's like, I know you're from the Two Rivers. How you talk, how you dress, your asinine attitude, and you're stubborn. So those Two Rivers people are very stubborn. And then Mat's like, how did you know I'm not from Baerlon? And then that's what the Gleeman, Tom Merrilin, which he will introduce himself later, that's what he says. Your speech, your dress, your asinine attitude, and you're stubborn. So then the person that they're taking, the dead person who is hanging at the beginning of the town, it is learned that they are Aiel, just because of their clothes, and they have red hair, and the Aiel are fighters. And it is said, Tom says, like, you should only be worried of an Aiel when they're veiled, so when they put their face mask on. Mat lies to the Gleeman about something, I didn't write down what, and says he finds the gem and the horse and little horse figurine. I don't know if those are gonna mean something. Mat sleeps with the barmaid. The wheel hasn't given me many choices, and I made choices that have kept me here. Oh yeah, that's what the barmaid said to Rand. The wheel hasn't given me many choices, and I made choices that have kept me here. Oh, and then she says, yeah, I would love to see the world, the Stone of Tyr, the Lion Throne of Caemlyn, and an Ogier steading. So those are things that become a thing in the future. Rand, he just says, I don't know what I'm doing. I always just tried to do what I thought was right, and then moved on to the next thing and tried to do the right thing again. But now, for the first time in his life, he doesn't know what to do, and he doesn't know what is right. So that's so sweet, honestly, that he said that. The barmaid braided her hair like Egwene. And then she attacks, so she's like, do you like my hair? It's like Egwene's. And then she attacks Rand. So she reveals herself to be bad. And then here, so the Gleeman reveals himself to Mat as Tom Merrilin. So now we know it's Tom. And they bury the Aielman. Everybody has a right to be buried justly. They agree. Then the barmaid is Dana, and she says, I see all 5 of you in my dreams. She says a lot here. The dragon wants you to save us, or the Dark One wants you to save us. The dragon can break the wheel and make it stop. And then, so she's saying all this to Mat and Rand, and then Tom kills her from behind and says, aren't you listening? She's a dark friend. So yeah. Okay, I'm going to stop this video now, and I'm going to start part 2. Bye!